For most people, a difficult day means traffic, a stressful meeting, a long shift, or maybe an argument at home. But imagine this. You wake up one morning expecting an ordinary day. You head out to sea, like you've done 1,000 times. The sky is calm. The water is peaceful. You feel safe. You feel familiar. You feel like the ocean knows you, and you know it. But nature does not negotiate. It does not promise safety. It does not care about your plans, your routines, your expectations. And in one moment, your world can change forever. The storm came without warning, violent, merciless, unforgiving. Waves rose like mountains, wind screamed like a living beast. The boat shook in every direction, tossed like a toy in the hands of a giant. The ocean swallowed everything familiar. The coastline disappeared. The sky turned black, and a man found himself stranded, alone, in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. This is not a metaphor. This is not fiction. This is not an exaggeration. This really happened. One man survived 438 days, over 14 months, lost at sea. No map, no direction, no land, no rescue, just endless blue. You and I struggle with a bad week. He endured more than a year surrounded by nothing but water, hunger, storms, silence, and the constant thought, I may die here today. But he didn't. And the reason he didn't is the reason you're listening to this story today. Because the human mind, when pushed to the edge, discovers a strength that most people never touch. Let's go back to the beginning. After the storm destroyed his navigation equipment and swept away supplies, he found himself drifting helplessly. Days passed. The sun scorched his skin. Nights froze his bones. His body weakened. Hunger tore at him like a knife. And somewhere in that suffering, a choice appeared. Not a dramatic movie moment. Not a heroic speech. Just a quiet internal decision. I will not die today. Every single morning he repeated it. He didn't promise he would survive forever. He just promised himself one day. Just today. Just this sunrise. Just this one breath. That small decision became the seed of something unbreakable. And survival became possible. He caught fish with his bare hands. He collected rainwater in whatever container he could find. He fought off sharks. He endured storms that looked like the sky itself was breaking. But the hardest battle was not hunger, not storms, not the ocean. The hardest battle was loneliness. Imagine spending one afternoon alone at home. Most people start to feel uneasy. Now imagine 1 week, 2 weeks, a month, 6 months. Now imagine 438 days. With no human voice, no footsteps, no rescue signal, just the sound of waves hitting the boat, like a heartbeat of the universe. Silence became his companion. Fear became his teacher. And hope became his lifeline. But here's the part most people never understand. He didn't survive because he was strong. He survived because he refused to surrender. Strength isn't what you have. Strength is what you decide to become. There were days he was sure it was the end. Days his body was too weak to move. Days he hallucinated land that wasn't there. Days he cried until no tears remained. But every time he reached that breaking point, something inside whispered, not today. Not yet. And that whisper was louder than the ocean. Human beings are capable of more than we realize. But most people never meet the strongest version of themselves because life is too comfortable. Comfort protects us, but it also softens us. And deep inside every person alive, there is a version that only appears when you're pushed to your limit. That man met his strongest self in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Months passed. His beard grew wild. His clothes shredded. His skin cracked. His ribs became visible. His hands hardened like stone. He stopped counting the days. The sun rose. The sun fell. Every day felt the same. Time disappeared. Reality blurred. He no longer knew which direction the world was spinning, but he still repeated the same sentence. I will not die today. After 14 months and change, his drifting boat finally reached shallow waters near land. Fishermen saw the strange, sunburned figure collapsing in the boat, skin wrinkled like leather. Eyes hollow, body weak, but alive. When they lifted him from the boat, he was so light they thought he might break apart. And yet, he had survived the impossible. Reporters eventually asked him, "How did you survive 438 days lost at sea?" He didn't say, "I am strong. I am special. I am chosen." Number. He said, I kept going, one day at a time. And that is the lesson you take from this story. Not the drama, not the danger, not the survival, but the mindset. You don't need to survive the ocean, but you do need to survive your storms. You may not be trapped in the Pacific, but you might be trapped in your thoughts, in your doubts, in your fear, in your anxiety, in your circumstances, in your past. And sometimes, life will not bring you rescue. Sometimes, you must build your own. The ocean he fought is different from the ocean you face. But the battle is the same. Your ocean might be stress. Your ocean might be financial struggle. Your ocean might be heartbreak. Your ocean might be failure. Your ocean might be loneliness. But the lesson remains. You are stronger than you think. You don't need to solve everything today. You don't need to conquer the world in 1 week. You don't need to be fearless, perfect, confident, or flawless. You just need to tell yourself, I will not give up today. Just today. Just one day. And then tomorrow. Say it again. If a human being can fight the ocean for 438 days straight, you can fight for your goals. You can fight for your mind. You can fight for your life. Your waves won't crush you. Your storms won't break you. Your fears won't end you. Not if you keep going. Not if you keep choosing today. You are not done. You are not finished. You are not defeated. You are still here, still breathing, still fighting. And as long as you rise today, you will reach your shore someday, just like he did. Remember this, strength is not given. Strength is revealed, and your strongest self is waiting for you on the other side of the storm.